Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Digital nomad laptop lifestyle, as we call it, it is definitely doable. It is definitely doable. I have done it. And I'll tell you, it was something like out of a National Geographic kind of thing. I say that because I had a surge because I sell t-shirts, as you can see from my shirts. I sell t-shirts and hoodies and so forth, which is not an easy business to get into. A lot of people, they have, mixed ideas about, oh, I want to sell t-shirts. I want to sell t-shirts. You can make a lot of money selling t-shirts. You can, but it is a serious grind. So it has its upswing when it's really, really, really busy and people are really feeling your designs. And then it has a slow season. So, you got your peaks and your valleys. I was in a peak in this particular time and I was in Tanzania. And I tell you, subhanAllah, I had the best time of my life, really. Because in the peak time, I couldn't make the designs fast enough. I couldn't get the orders out fast enough. My Instagram, which is misan_Abu Idris, was just blowing up. People were asking, I want that shirt. You got that in large? Can I get a hoodie? Can I get 3 of those? I had one sister order 10 designs from me, 10 unique designs. So I had to sit there and come up with 10 different designs off the top of my head, not really knowing what she wanted, but alhamdulillah, I got the design done. It took me a few days, but I got the design done. So I'm saying that to say, I remember sitting on the beach trying to make designs. Yes, I was sitting on the beach. I was sitting in a restaurant that was closed during the day. This is as the bad part of COVID was kind of tailing off. It was like the numbers were starting to come down. But in Tanzania, there was not really much COVID at all. Not that I saw. I was there for 3 months this last trip, and there was not much COVID I saw. Nobody was walking around with masks. There were no requirements in terms of vaccines to enter the country. It was just open. It was just open, and you didn't hear about a lot of people having COVID in Tanzania. There were people who had it, but it wasn't with the large scale numbers that you see many countries having it in the people who were getting sick every day or people who were dying every day, the mortality rate. It just wasn't like that. And that made for a much more comfortable atmosphere. So I remember sitting in this restaurant, and the restaurant was closed at the moment because the owner was actually sick. I don't think they had COVID, they were just sick. And so the restaurant was closed. And I remember sitting there, but the Wi-Fi connection was still on. So I was able to grab some free Wi-Fi and just sit on the beach and just make my designs, watch the everybody walking back and forth. There was a strip there with the restaurants and all this other stuff. It's a touristy area, but I was able to isolate myself in that little restaurant because it was an open deck. So I was able to just sit there. Nobody bothered me. Nobody asked me for nothing. A few times, some of the merchants who walk the beach, selling garments and stuff like that to the tourists, sometimes they'll come up to me and say something. But other than that, I remember that was like a week worth of just pure relaxation. I'm looking at the waves on the ocean. I'm looking at, I've been there so long. I'm there from, say, 10 o'clock in the morning, right, until maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've been through a whole cycle of tourists coming out, and then when the kids get out of school, they're playing football on the beach and soccer. There was a guy who had a windsurfing restaurant near me, and he would take people out for windsurfing. So that was nice. I really just had the time of my life. I really did. And that is what we call your laptop lifestyle. That's the lifestyle that I was living, and the whole time I'm sitting there, orders are coming in. So I'm making money. When I get done from the beach, because the mosquitoes will eventually come and they'll kind of run your way. And it gets super dark. You're on the beach, there's no street lights. So it gets super dark. So I had to go back, to my bungalow that I was staying in. And I went to, there was a hotel down the street. There was a hotel down the street from the beach. And they have a restaurant there, then they have the beachfront there. So I sat in the restaurant, free Wi-Fi over there, and pretty fast. For 4G, it was pretty fast. No, it was 3G. No, it was 4G. 4G in the restaurant. Everywhere else, it was Zanzibar Island was 3G. 4G is pretty fast. So I'm sitting there and I'm finishing out. the restaurant literally had, for the floor, it was just sand, right? The floor was just sand. Maybe there was a floor underneath, but it was sand. And then you had your tables and all that stuff. And it was like it was a restaurant and then a hotel and then the swimming pool area with the lounge chairs and then the beach was on that side. So I'm literally sitting there with my shoes and socks off with the sand between my toes, and I'm just loving life on my laptop, just designing stuff. I'm making it sound easy. It's certainly not easy, but it is certainly doable. That's what we call a laptop lifestyle. So that laptop lifestyle, what we mean by laptop lifestyle is that this is basically your remote work. Okay. And people ask, is this possible? Is this some kind of pipe dream that people sell you? No, it is definitely possible, but you have to find the right kind of hustle. You have to find the right kind of gig. You have to find the right kind of thing to do in order to take advantage of that. So I remember just recently I was on Fiverr because one of the things I'm getting into on the side is affiliate marketing, as opposed to selling things. Rather than me making a website of my own and trying to sell those products in terms of other products, not my shirts and stuff, but other products, I might as well just sell other people's products, which are more established from every angle, and just make commissions from there if I can. So I was looking on Fiverr to see, like, if there's someone who could just make me an affiliate website, just a site where it's just all products, affiliate products. Of course, I had to sign up with the companies to get my affiliate links and things like this, and then uh, I get the commission if someone buys. But I just want the site to just be a site that you sell things on. I'll pick a niche. I'll pick an area that people like, and it's just and then I'll find all those products related to that niche. Sign up for the affiliate program, and then push that site. But I don't want to create the website. I'll pay the money. I'll pay the money to have somebody else create the website, and I'll pay the money for the hosting because I got to host. I got to put it somewhere online. And if you push that hard enough and you have the channels and you're talking to the people who have done these things already, it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. There are a lot of ways that you can approach, side hustles. You don't necessarily have to have skills if you have some capital. I talk about this a lot where we talk about people, brothers, sisters, families, friends, get together and put this stuff together. I'll give you an example, okay? And before I give you the example, please do me a favor. Please hit the like button so we can like the video. YouTube can show it to other people and they can benefit. Hit the subscribe button so you can see all the other videos that we have talking about things that are Hijrah related, Hijrah tips and advice. And then hit the notification bell so that way when we do post new videos, you'll be notified when we do. I talk about, for example, brothers and sisters who want to get together to sell something, right? Maybe you don't have $100 for somebody to make a website plus, say, $35, $36 for a hosting fee. Like if you go to a website called Bluehost, maybe I'll put a link in the description because I was an affiliate with them for a while. If you go to Bluehost, for example, the hosting is extremely cheap. We're talking about $3.65, $3.50, right, per month, but they charge you by the year. So basically $3.50 for 12 months is going to give you what, $42? So for $42, right, and another $100 to pay somebody to make the website for you with all the products that you want, or maybe you have to do some copy or whatever, but they make the website, they design it, the colors, the palette, the scheme, the thank you page, the pay buttons, the add to cart, the credit card processing, the payment feature processing page, the product page, all of that stuff, they design it for you. For example, you might find one that'll do it for $100. And there are people who specialize in creating specifically Amazon affiliate websites, which I would not recommend. I really wouldn't, unless you already have a group of people who follow you and they feel your product, then you can offer related products. So you've got some kind of mailing list. You've been in the game for a while, because Amazon's commissions really aren't that much. We're talking 2, 3, 4%. The maximum that you'll probably get off an Amazon commission might be about 10%. And that's like, it's a sliding category, sliding scale commission, depending on what category you're selling in. So if you're selling like high-end electronics, you might get up to 10%. But everything else, the commission, in my opinion, is just way too low. To me, it's not worth the effort. I'll throw a few products on there just for grins and giggles, but I'm not trying to make Amazon affiliate program something I'm going to include in my budget, something that I'm going to use as income. I'll go to the actual affiliate programs, CJ affiliates, ClickBank, Digistore 24, Warrior Plus. They have affiliate programs in all kinds of niche categories. Okay, so back to the example. So you don't have $100 plus $42 for the hosting, plus $10 or $10 for the domain name. In some cases, depending on what your domain name, meaning your .com, .net, .ca, whatever, depending on that, you might pay as little as $1, depending on how original your name is, and depending on how well you can pick a name or pick a domain name that suits your niche, because you want to be able to put something in there that people can search and they can find you when they put in the search engine. And that's another video altogether. But you might not have the money for that. We're talking what? On average, if you go like, so for example, you go to GoDaddy. GoDaddy might charge you, typical GoDaddy is $9.99 for the year. And then it jumps up to like $19.99 after that, right? So you got $9.99 for the whole year. So basically $10, okay? $10 plus $100 to make the website, plus $42 for the hosting. So it's a little over $150. Okay, you don't have $150. You don't have $150, okay? But you can find 5 people who got $30. You can find 3 people who have $50. You got a good friend who's in the same headspace you're in. He's trying to get on with the side hustle and affiliate marketing and selling stuff and all that. You guys have swapped ideas with each other on a regular basis, okay? So you and him will go 75 together. Okay, it can be done in numbers like that, you know, and then you get yourself established. Here's the nice thing about side gigs, you guys. There's no limitation to it. There's no limitation. So you can have multiple affiliate websites or websites in general for different niches. You want to sell cat products or dog products. You want to sell swimming products. You want to sell health products. You want to sell weight loss products. You want to sell electronics. You want to sell business courses. You want to sell courses on how to make money. People have made money from telling you how to make money. So you want to sell that. Okay. It's limitless. It really is limitless, you know. So what we're talking about creating multiple streams of income. Okay. He sells physical items like t-shirts and hoodies and cups and mugs. He sells electronics. He sells travel related items, but he also has some affiliate websites that he's linked to that he pushes, you know, out there. Maybe one of you is pretty well spoken and they can type pretty well and they can write and type pretty well. They're very articulate, okay, and they know their way around a computer. That person in your group, you can establish a blog. And blogs are still popular, okay? And in that blogs are one of the best places to put your affiliate links, because you could be talking about a particular item and say, the best site that I found that does such and such and such and such thing is this. And that's your affiliate link. And if they click on that affiliate link and buy something, you get a commission from it, okay? You're just writing a blog. 500 to 1,000 word blog is pretty standard. It's pretty standard. If you got somebody who can articulate and he can speak or she can speak very well and they're well written and they can type, you know, and they are, you know, they can elaborate on things. They can speak on things. Then that's the person you get to do your blogs. So a collective effort, it can certainly be done. And the more times you do this, the good side about that, aside from creating additional streams of revenue, the other thing that comes with that is that you get more proficient at it. So the more you do something, the better you get at it. And it starts to take you less and less time in order to erect those sites. Okay. And it's just a matter of time before those things start to become profitable if you keep putting your energies into it. Okay. So we're talking about affiliate websites. We'll talk about networking. I have a friend, a very dear friend of mine, that I met maybe 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. He does, he operates, or he maintains the computer networks for different companies, and he does it all remotely. Ever since he left the States where I met him, He's been everywhere. He can literally go wherever the job is, set up the system, and then monitor it remotely. I've sat in when he came to Saudi Arabia to visit us. We were in Riyadh. I actually sat there and watched him log onto the computer. He logged into the portal of the company that he was in. They had some kind of problem, whatever it was. It's over my head. I'm not going to pretend like I knew what it was. But he was on there for about 30 minutes. We were talking about something else completely unrelated. We were talking about business. We were talking about something. And he was like, hold on for a minute. I need to log in right quick. He did something on the system. And then in 30 minutes, he was done. And they pay him a regular salary for that. He don't have to be on site. That is the marvelous benefit about a lot of things being online. Okay, you can maintain, you can do a lot of this stuff remotely. You don't have to be there. Okay, if there is a customer service situation, now that's a thing where you might have to adjust your hours, because if you are doing customer service, for example, U-Haul has customer service department. They have customer service agents that work remotely. U-Haul, Ryder, Penske, Pizza Hut, you name it. Anybody that has a call center can offer remote work. Okay, FedEx, Papa John's. It just depends. Take your pick. But you might have to adjust your hours if they're not running 24 hours a day. So if they're running, for example, if the company that you're dealing with is running from 9 to 5, that's 9 to 5 North American time. So if you're living in Saudi Arabia, your 9 to 5, their 9 to 5 is actually your 4 o'clock to midnight time. You might have to do that, okay? Because that's an 8-hour time frame. Well, 7 hours, yeah, 4 o'clock, because there's a 7-hour time difference between North America and Saudi Arabia and Bahrain and Qatar and Kuwait and UAE, in those Gulf countries like that. Okay, if you're going to Africa, it might be a little bit less, might be about a 5-hour time difference, maybe a 6-hour time difference, but you're going to have to adjust your schedule if they're not 24/7. If they are 24/7, then you can do it anytime you want. So these are ways that you can maintain your laptop lifestyle. Now, with some of the customer service situations, that they're much more stricter, because you have to be in a quiet, secure environment, because you're going to be dealing with people's personal information in most cases. Maybe you be dealing with their credit card or bank card or debit card information. You might be dealing with their personal identifiable information. And some companies want to actually see, where are you going to be working? We want to see the room that you're in. Does that room have a door, or is it just an open area? Is it quiet? Okay, alhamdulillah, you haven't heard much traffic outside of my window. I'm in a pretty quiet environment for the most part. Okay, so that's what they want. They need a quiet environment, a professional environment, no kids yelling and screaming and running around. Someplace where you can get in a room and just do your thing and give a good face to their customers. So if that's not your thing, or sitting in a room and you want to be outside in the elements, customer service might not be the thing for you. You might have to do another angle. Here's something else I saw. And just another reminder, please, to like and subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification button if you're getting benefit from the video. And also share it. If you have people on Twitter and Facebook and like that who don't have access to the channel, they don't know I'm here, please share it with them. Another thing you might want to consider is, when I saw the number of people who were offering to make these websites, not just affiliate websites, but just kind of like websites in general, web pages, right? There are templates that you can actually buy. So if you are somewhat computer savvy, right? And a lot of website design a lot of it goes into ease of design, the ease of making the website. The color palette is extremely important, okay? Because a lot of men that I know, and I did this for a while, when I looked at it, I just couldn't go through with it. They like the black website because it's cool looking, it's black, I mean, if you're a gamer, that might work, okay? But if you're selling products, I would not suggest that. I mean, you look at the bigger sites, you look at Amazon, you look at eBay, you look at, any big online retailer, they don't have black backgrounds in their website. They have a white, an off-white, maybe even an off-yellow. It just depends. The banner heads aren't black and red. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to reconsider that, okay? But I'm just saying the palette is very important. The color palette is very important because that's the first impression that the customer is going to get, as well as the speed. So again, here's a collaboration between you and your friends. Okay, you're really good. You've got an eye. I don't have the eye. I don't have the eye for design in that term of picking colors and matching the colors and like that. I don't have the natural eye. It takes me a while to see what's working, what's not working, what might work for my customers and my clients might not work for someone else. So it takes me a while to kind of put it together. But there are some people who are just naturally gifted that they just, especially women, okay? Women are really known for knowing how to decorate a space, spruce up a space, with like just little things that she adds to it, okay? That translates over into web design. And the rise of female web designers, programmers, website maintenance people, stuff like that. There's a rise among the females. Okay, so if you got somebody who can do that and they can navigate their way around that system, they know a little bit of coding or whatever, or they can watch a tutorial, because some people are smart like that. They can watch something and then they can do it from there. Okay, you got people in your midst that can do that in your little group. Okay, that's the person you say, okay, look, we're going to buy a bunch of templates. Because all this is templates, you guys. There's ways to do this stuff where you don't have to go and relearn all this stuff. What do you think websites like Wix and all these other websites are? They're just Shopify. They just drag and drop. They give you a base template, which they call a theme. And then you can modify the colors. You can modify the layout, all that stuff. Shopify is huge. Huge. If any one of you guys knows your way around Shopify and you've built websites on Shopify before, put yourself on Fiverr, man. There are people waiting. There are people looking to build websites all the time. There are people who have Shopify websites. They need somebody who can navigate that and post products. I remember hiring a VA, a virtual assistant from the Philippines. I didn't have time it was exhausting. Find the product, source the product, get the images and the pictures, write the copy, make sure it's sized right. It was exhausting. I can do it. I've done it by myself, but it is truly exhausting because I am not a web programmer. I am a merchant. I want to spend my time developing the product, finding stuff to sell, not writing copy and description about the product and the sizing and the images and making sure all the images are the exact same size and I don't have stuff all over the place and what's the background going to be, what color should I make the click here button, the buy now button. This is not my thing. That is not my thing. I did it because there was no one else to do it, and I really wanted to learn it so that I know what I want and what it should look like when it's finished and it's satisfactory to me. But other than that, that's not my thing, man. Don't ask me to do that, okay? But there are people who can say, look, I can find templates. You can find and buy templates, modify the color, modify the color. Hey, I'll design a website for you. Where do you think this stuff's coming from? No one's sitting around nowadays writing websites from scratch, meaning from HTML, CSS. No one's doing this stuff from scratch most of the time. This is a custom-made thing specifically for your company because your company or that company has they need particular things in their website that aren't available on a basic template. But the average person just buys basic templates, okay? Just give me something that I can put my products on, write a nice description, get some SEO in there, and that's another thing. If you know your way around SEO, see, each of you brings something to the table that the other person may or may not have. Or they may have it, but you might have more experience, or they may have more experience. You come together. You don't have to do this stuff by yourself. It's not necessary. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to. You can. But are you a web designer or are you an online merchant? You're going to have to pick one. You can't be both. It's too exhausting. It's time consuming and you're going to get burned out. So which one are you? If you're going to do web design, stay on web design. Don't try and sell stuff. If you're going to sell things, find somebody who can do that for you and trade the time for the money. Because right now we're sacrificing time for money. We're giving all this time when we could just say, hey, you know what? He knows how to make websites. He does it. I narrowed it down to 5 people. You can also go to Upwork. Upwork is another site like Fiverr, but a bit more professional. and a bit more high quality. Okay, and that's not going to be a $5 job. That might run you a couple of $100 for a nice website, landing page, all that stuff. So the point I'm making is there's a lot of ways to approach this laptop lifestyle and get yourself established. There's lots of things that you can do in terms of gig work that don't necessarily mean that you have to sit in front of a computer for a very long period of time designing and dropping and dragging images and writing code. It doesn't require you to have to go to school to get certification for things and to study and all this other stuff, because we're working class people. If you're watching this video, you're a working class person. Your work is in wherever it is. We don't have time between work and family and our personal commitments and everything else. Then we got Salah, and then we trying to read Quran, and we got other things on our plate. So if I can find somebody that'll do everything that I need to get done for $150, $200, man, I would rather just give him the $200. He sits there and does that every day. That's his job. That's how he makes his living. Okay, let me go pay the guy. Let me pay the guy. I got 4 people who are interested in working online, just like me. Okay, you guys, I got a guy that'll do everything that we want from this website for $200. Everybody give me $50. Most of the time, the turnaround is 7 days. So in 7 days, you got a completely functional website hosted online, okay? And they will make revisions for you as well. So if you say, I don't want this, and this doesn't look right, change this, can we make this more like this? Can we do it? They will do that. And most of the time, the revisions are unlimited until you approve the job. That's it. This is how it's done, you guys. Then while they're doing that, you can go and source products. So if you found out that you're going to be in the horse niche, as an example, so you're going to sell everything related to horses. You're going to sell horse saddle, horse soap, horseshoes, spurs, or whatever it is. I'm not going to pretend like I know about stuff about horses, but whatever is in the horse niche, you're going to find that thing. Maybe you're in the vegan niche. Okay, I want vegan bags, vegan clothing, vegan tapestries, curtains and stuff. I want everything vegan. While that person's making that website, you are searching for product to sell, period. Because you are a merchant. You are not a web developer. All right. Don't put on a hat that you don't need to wear. Pay somebody to do it. Even if let's play devil's advocate. Even if you're the kind of person that you can design that, what's going to happen is you're going to trade your time, because you're going to be sitting there trying to get it perfect. Nah. It's got to be like this, not this. Don't look right now. Okay, let me do this. Delete all that and start over again. It's got to be just right. No, there's a such thing as good, and then there's good enough. There's good enough. That's good enough. I'm not saying poor quality. I'm not saying substandard. I'm not saying that when a customer goes on your website, it looked like their little brother put it together. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. The customer is not necessarily, unless there are glaring mistakes, the customer isn't looking at the kind of font you used. Unless it's crazy font, you got mixed fonts, or you using different fonts for different things, then that's gonna pop out as an eyesore. Okay. He's not concerned with the details and the aesthetics. She's concerned with being able to navigate that website. All right. So is there a search bar? Because he seems like he's got a lot of products. So I don't want to be scanning through these products. Let me type what I want in the search engine. Boom, it pops up. There's 16 items that's related to what I want. Okay. Is there a navigation bar? A buy here, about us, privacy, this, that. Are those features in place? How can I navigate the website to find what I want? And how fast is the website? How fast is the website? If it takes longer than 5 or 6 seconds to download your page when they click your link, they're going to leave. They're going to leave. Let's count 6 seconds together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might as well be eternity. Okay. 2 to 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Your page should be up. That's what the customer's concerned with. I clicked your link. I'm interested in your product. You got my attention. You got my attention now. Okay, let me see what he's talking about. Click the link. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. That's nice. Okay. click this, click this, click this, page load, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. There's something on pages, on website pages called a bounce rate. And a bounce rate is basically how fast the person comes to your page and how fast they leave. When they come to your page and how fast they leave. So if you have a high bounce rate, it means that the people are coming on and they're leaving really fast. There's something that they saw they didn't like. And that comes from, may come from you trying to make everything so perfect that you just kind of, you ruin the experience for the customer. Why not just hand that off to somebody that's their job and that's what they do on a regular basis, all day, every day? This is what they do. Professional, semi-professional, it's what they do. Hand that off to them and make the investment for the money. And that's it. Now, while they're doing that, you got 7 days. You can go out and go start sourcing products, other products. Oh, I like this. I like that. I like this. I found this supplier over here. I found this supplier over here. I can get this wholesale over here. I'm in negotiations for an affiliate program or affiliate, marketing an affiliate product with this company, like that, like that, like that. That's what you're doing. You're an online merchant. You're not a web developer. There's good and there's good enough. If it's good enough for the customer, they can navigate it. The page loads fast, and the aesthetics of the site are pleasing to the eye. That's all the customer cares about. If they don't see that immediately, brain's going to turn off. They're gone. And here's the thing. Most people, if they get run off from a website because of the way it looks, they don't come back. It's not like they think, well, let me go ahead and check it again. Most of the time, they're not going to come back. So you lost the opportunity for that forever. Okay. So just, again, in closing, there are lots of ways to approach the online, the remote, the side gig avenue, lots of ways that you can approach this without spending a lot of money, and that laptop lifestyle is definitely possible. It's definitely possible. But in closing, it's going to take some work from you. You're not going to just log in for 2 or 3 hours. When we talk about a laptop lifestyle, what we mean by that is that your workspace, instead of being an office, it's your computer. It's your portable laptop computer you can take anywhere and work on, provided you have an internet connection. That's what we mean by laptop lifestyle, where you can go in, maintain, or do some things on your business for 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5 hours a day. Okay, it's still a regular job, but you're not confined to an office space or commute. We had to get in a car and ride downtown in the traffic and the parking and all that other stuff. No, it is literally something that you don't have to physically be there for. It is something that you can set up multiple chains or multiple sources of income, multiple sources of ways that you can generate money, okay, without actually having to be there. When you get done doing everything that you need to do for those 4 or 5 hours, you close your laptop and you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever's left from it. Okay, that's what we mean by laptop lifestyle. Not that you log on for 2 or 3 minutes and then oh, my business, it pays itself, and I only work 3 hours a day. I only work 2 hours a day. When you get much more established, yes, that's definitely possible. Okay, because at that point you're just maintaining the business. At that point. And that's something you have to consider later on, is that you might become so successful that you might have to start hiring a team to do all that stuff for you. You're making enough revenue. You're generating enough revenue, enough profit, I should say, because there's a difference between revenue and profit. You're generating enough profit where you're able to take care of your needs and then also employ a staff to do those small tasks that will otherwise consume your time. Okay. And what I mean by team, I don't necessarily mean 5 or 6 people, 8 or 9 people. It could be just 2 or 3 people. One person handles the blog writing and posts the affiliate links. The other one maintains the website or writes copy for and descriptions for an SEO copy for the products that you have. You might have one other person that is responsible for posting to social media. And that's all they do. They post every time that you get a new product here, they post to social media for you. Okay, so they're everywhere. All of the usual suspects that you would normally go to, they will post that for you. That's something that you don't have to do. That's part of your team there. They handle customer feedback. They'll answer comments, reply to comments in the comment section. Okay, like that. So you'll have a small team that you're gonna log in, check the activity, see what's happening, and then go ahead and log out, because you got a team of people that do that for you. So you're gonna log in and say, hey, Jason, What about this guy here? He said that his package was running a little bit slow. Can you check on the shipping for me? Okay, no problem. It's just emails after that. It's just emails. You're just having little contacts, little conversations, check up on this, check up. That might take an hour, may take 2 hours, and then that's it. You're done. Because the business is now, it's going. All right. It won't be automatic. There's no automatic businesses. There's no 100% automatic business. You will have to participate in that business in some capacity. You won't be 100% free from it. It's not going to run itself by itself, 100% automated. There's no such animal. You're going to have to get in there. It might be 90% automated. It might be 95% automated, but never 100. This is your product. This is your business. This is your livelihood. So you're going to be in there, at least you should be in there 10 to 15% of the time. Okay. So when we talk about laptop lifestyle, is it doable? Yes. Can you be a digital nomad as a result of that? Yes. There's another video, or a video that I posted concerning, using a home base, using your home as a home base, because you might have to move around a little bit. Watch that video, and that kind of ties in with this in terms of being nomadic. So you can have a laptop lifestyle and also be nomadic at the same time, until you get your firm grounding of where you want to live and where you want to stay permanently. So that's it. Again, if you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.